Hey fam, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you guys how to create this beautiful bronzed glowy look on my beautiful model. Her name is Roxy, and this is what the look looks like. It's a bronzed shimmery lid with a beautiful winged liner. So, per usual, I'm starting off with her eyebrows. This is how I start off all my clients. I'm using the pencil by Morphe. It's in the shade Latte. And I just like to start off by pushing the eyebrows up and then just kind of filling them in, shading them in, trying to make them look as natural as possible. So I get asked quite often if I use pomade for the eyebrows, and honestly, I don't. The only time I like to use pomade is if I'm doing editorial eyebrows and I want it to look really feathery. But other than that, I just use pencils just because I feel like with pencils, it gives more of a natural look. Whereas pomade, it is really bold. It does too much to the eyebrows. So I typically stick with the pencil unless I'm doing editorial eyebrows. Okay, so if you guys can tell, with Roxy's eyebrows, one is thinner than the other one, and then one is shaped differently than the other. In this case, you definitely have to make sure you're drawing out the eyebrows from scratch, and each eyebrow is symmetrical. So what I like to do, I'll start off with one eyebrow, and then I'll take a step back, and I'll start drawing on the other, and then I'll just kind of go back and forth to make sure each brow is symmetrical, and it overall looks amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing to the other eyebrow. Now what I like to do is just take a step back, take a look at both eyebrows. If I feel like it's still not symmetrical, I'll go in clearly. I'm gonna go in with my base before applying eyeshadow, and then when you're applying your base and you're shaping out the eyebrows, that's when you can really get them symmetrical and even. So let's take a quick look at before, and then yeah, that's what it looks like before shaping out the eyebrows. Now look at, this is what it looks like after applying base. Yes, I know, they look so beautiful and stunning. So I went ahead and applied P. Louise Base Shade 2 all over the lid on a flat concealer brush, and then I used a fluffy brush just to buff that all in. Make sure it's perfected right before applying eyeshadow. Okay, so for this look, I used the Iconic London. Um, I forgot the name of it. Let me double check, guys. 1 second. Okay, guys, so I found it. It's by Iconic London, and the palette is called Day to Slay. And I started off with the shade called Taupe. Okay, so I applied the shade Taupe from this palette, and I used a fluffy brush. I believe this is the Morphe M514. So then I picked up a shade called Deep Soul from this palette. It's like a really dark brown color. The brush I'm using is M506 by Morphe. And I'm just applying this color on the outer corner just to give it some dimension. Okay, so for the lid space, I was debating if I should use this shimmer, this brown shimmer, or like a lighter shade. And honestly, I'm so happy that I stuck to this color because the end result, oh my God, it looked so, you guys are going to see. Once I put the eyeliner on and then lashes go on, it looks stunning. This shade is called Velvet Crush. It's also by, it's also in that Iconic London palette. But yeah, look at that. Literally flawless. And then for gel liner, I'm using this Maybelline gel liner in the shade Black is Black. The brush is by Morphe, it's just an angled brush, and I'm just picking that up from the back of my hand, applying it, making sure it's really straight, drawing a straight line, and it's really sharp at the end. And then I'm going to pick up a makeup wipe and just sharpen up those edges so that way the liner is like sharp and it's cut. You guys know what I mean. Okay, for skin prep, I'm using my all-time favorite product. This is by Intraceutical. It's a three-step process. I'll insert a photo so you guys can see what it looks like. So you get a daily serum, hydrating gel, and a moisturizing cream. This literally gives my clients like the most amazing flawless skin. It's the perfect skin prep right before foundation. It's kind of like an oxygen facial in a bottle. So if you've never heard of an oxygen facial, so a lot of celebrities will get that facial done right before like red carpet events, so that way their skin looks flawless. But yeah, if you don't have this product, you guys need it. Try it on yourself, try it on your clients. Your clients will love you. And did I mention the foundation will go on so smooth, it'll look so clean and flawless. Here I'm using my favorite foundation. You guys know Huda Beauty. This is in the shade Macchiato. Um, and I'm just using this Morphe brush just to apply it all over. And yes, I'm going over her ear just because I want her ears, her face, her body to look all one. So then I applied this concealer, which is by L'Oreal, right under the eye. It's full coverage. I believe this is in the shade Vanilla, which is my favorite. So just apply it with a flat concealer brush and then go in with a beauty blender to blend all that out. So for a change, I'm cream contouring today, and I use the Dermablend Flawless Creator Foundation in the shade 72 to contour her. And the reason why I'm using a foundation is because I just feel like it goes on better. It's easy to blend. It doesn't break apart. And it's just all around easier for me to cream contour with this foundation. So I'm just chiseling out her cheekbones, going back and forth, making sure it's blending seamlessly into that foundation. Now I'm not putting a lot of pressure because if I put too much pressure, it'll definitely pick up the foundation from underneath and start like cracking. So when I do my contour on my face, I feel like it's a lot easier than when I'm applying this onto my clients. I have to be extra careful when I'm contouring my client's face. I'm really, really harsh when I'm applying my contour. I'm just like blending away, putting a lot of pressure. But if I was to do that on my client, for some odd reason, it just starts breaking apart. So pressure is very important, very light pressure while doing this process. And then, of course, you want to use a beauty blender to blend all that in. I like to use two different beauty blenders. I'll use one for my concealer and one for my contour because I don't like mixing all those colors into just one beauty blender. I feel like it becomes a mess. So yeah, just be aware of that. Make sure it's still looking clean. And then I use the Huda Beauty Pound Cake, of course, setting powder for under the eye and all over the face. I don't like to bake, you guys. I just feel like it brings out wrinkles that are like non-existent. They bring, I don't know, I just don't prefer baking. I'll just apply that powder and brush it away. I feel like it looks more flawless and it looks real. As to baking, it's like just too much powder on the face. I don't know. Just don't care for it. So then I went ahead and bronzed her up using Dark Tan by MAC. And then the blush I'm using right now is also by MAC, and it's in the shade Peaches, which I freaking love. It's very similar to the KKW Very Graceful blush, which is also like one of my favorites. Okay, so for highlight, I used I don't remember the name of it, but it's by Stacey Marie times Be Perfect. It's a brand called Be Perfect, and there's a makeup artist by the name of Stacey Marie. She collabed with Be Perfect, and they came out with this amazing, beautiful highlighter. You guys need that in your kit. I don't remember what the name is, but I'll definitely have it in the description. And then I used I don't remember which black liner I used. It could have been by El Makiage. It's like a really jet black liner for the inner corner. I know this video is going so fast. I really apologize. And then for the bottom lash, I literally just used whatever colors I used on top, you guys, I used on the bottom just to smoke it out. For the lippy, I used my favorite, my current favorite. It's by Morphe. It's called Bite Me. And I'm just going to go ahead and line her lips. And if you guys have any questions about this look, please just go ahead, leave a comment, and I'll answer your questions. And then for lipstick, I used KKW Beauty 90s Supermodel. And then I also mixed up Morphe in the shade Wifey. So I mixed those two colors. One is by KKW, one is by Morphe. 90s Glam, KKW, Wifey, Morphe, if that makes sense. I'll also leave it in the description. And then I topped it with a clear gloss. This is by Morphe, just a regular clear gloss. It comes in a tube. But yeah, guys, that's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys learned something new. But I love you guys, and I will be back soon with more videos. Bye.